A Florida man who got the nickname Lieutenant Dan went viral on the internet during Hurricane Milton because he refused to take shelter, opting to stay on his boat instead. The web was full of people infatuated by his confidence, and others claiming he's a fool. This caused the internet to look into his much less than stellar past, with others accusing him of being a scammer, along with big streaming influencers like Adin Ross getting involved, with his involvement sparking a brief feud between the two, and the internet had a lot to say about it. The story of Lieutenant Dan starts off with Unlimited L's tweeting out, "Florida man Lieutenant Dan, who refuses to evacuate his 20-foot sailboat in Tampa Bay ahead of Hurricane Milton, has raised over $18,000 so far." Joe C. shared a video explaining that God told him to come out here and get a boat. "He's got my back. I'm in good shape. I'm not sweating it." Joe said he won't wear a life jacket and can swim in circles if necessary, as he intends to stick it out in the bay. "The water's going to come in, it's going to rise. If you're on land, it's going to flood. You're risking drowning. I'm on a boat, so the boat goes up with the water. It's really the safest place to be, on my boat," and attaches this video of Lieutenant Dan.
All right, Lieutenant Dan, the people have been asking to set you up a GoFundMe, so that's what I did. The link's in the bio. What do you want to say to everyone that's been supporting you along the way?
I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And if you're starting to GoFundMe, I'm going to tell you what the money is going to be used for. I'm upgrading. I need a bigger boat. I really want something like 35 foot. That was the last boat that I lived on. I only bought this because it was in my price range. I was on Social Security disability. They cut me off after 22 years and said I'm no longer disabled. I used to get a check every month. Now I don't get nothing. I have no income. And I'm being blessed every day where, like God says, our daily bread. Every day somebody's going to give me something so I don't go hungry, and I got everything. You know, it's just, God is good, and you people are all angels. So, you know, you're working for Him. He ain't asking for much. Tithe you 10%. Instead of giving it to the church, give it to me.
Awesome, guys. If you want to help out, I put the link in the bio. Let's get Lieutenant Dan a new vessel here and get his sea legs back so we can get to buzzing again. Let's go, baby.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Rachel responds, "We definitely have to find this man after Milton." Borderline says, "Poor guy is too dumb to realize that his boats will be in pieces and he will be dead. Why is he getting money for being a retard?" Allegromatic says, "Your last sentence accurately summarizes most internet celebrities nowadays." Tom Ed Lund responds, "Life is full of bad decisions. This is one of them." General Patton's Ghost says, "Florida man is real. Imagine Milton being the most destructive hurricane in history, and this guy ends up being found just off Daytona Beach coast, lounging on his sailboat, drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon." BB says, "Ha! Holy fuck, I saw this dude yesterday but did not realize he was missing a foot." And Conspiracy News says, "That's why he can swim in circles." That guy Shane tweets out, "Florida man dubbed Lieutenant Dan online says he plans to ride out Category 5 Hurricane Milton in Tampa Bay. People are actually placing wagers on whether he'll live or die." And they attach this image showing people placing wagers, along with this clip.
All right, Dan, for the people that are new, explain to them why you're deciding to stick out a Category 5, one of the worst hurricanes in Tampa history, out on a 20-foot sailboat in Tampa Harbor.
My faith in God. I don't put my faith in man. God told me to come out here and get a boat. I came out here and got a boat. And everything that He's been telling me over the last 2 days is I'm doing the right thing. He's got my back. I'm in good shape. I ain't sweating it. We're going to ride this one out. We got set up the way we know what we're doing. And as long as the water just keeps rising, we'll be fine.
Will you be wearing a life jacket?
Hell no.
Are you gonna be able to swim if it need be?
In circles.
Can you swim with one leg or what?
Yeah, I can float like a damn champ. But swimming, I just go in circles.
So the plan's just to stick it out here?
Yeah. I mean, the water's going to come in, it's going to rise. If you're on land, it's going to flood, you're risking drowning. I'm in a boat. The boat goes up with the water. So even if the boat goes up 100 feet in the air, I'm going to be up 100 feet in the air with the water. So it's really, the safest place in the world to be is on my boat. And I got room for one more female.
Give the people some words of wisdom out there.
Just, you know what to do. Just be safe. Don't do stupid shit. And we'll all be all right. We'll be here, we'll be here tomorrow and the day after.
Perfect, man. Let's go one day at a time. Let's do it.
All right.
Big Trap responds, "Be safe. Don't do stupid shit. Said by the guy who is currently not being safe and is doing the stupidest shit ever. B says, this is sad. These can be the last moments we actually see this man. God, please protect him. Robbie James says, 180 mile per hour winds, no life jacket, surrounded by glass windows, likely will crash into a building. I don't think he's gonna make it, but I sure hope he does. Brian tweets out, just went over to check on Lieutenant Dan during a break in the weather. He just cut one of his lines because he said his boat was hitting the wall, but he's okay, and attaches this clip.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Everybody's been worried.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I needed to cut that line, that anchor that's holding me right here. And I'm banging up against the
It's
wall.
been windy. It's a little bit of a down spot now, but you're gonna stay here though?
Yeah. I'm just trying to get over there.
All right, we're over here if you need us.
Okay.
The Wasted Year says, throw an AirTag in his boat, and Tej responds, AirTag gonna be in a tiger shark's digestive system in Key Largo by sunrise, Lamau. Connor responds, let Dan know that once this storm is over, I have just the show for him. Has he ever played Fortnite? Auntie Smartassy says, you're encouraging this man. What the fuck? Get him to shelter. Then, while the storm was hitting, Drama Alert tweeted out, Lieutenant Dan fear is at an all-time high, as video of an unrelated boat is being shared online. Do you think Dan will make it out alive? And attaches this clip of a boat. Van Life Groiper responds, Dan's got this. This is his destiny. He was born for this moment. Connor says, yo, the fact that half of X is rooting for this man. Keegan says, this is not Lieutenant Dan, bruh. Eddie responds, Lieutenant Dan's GoFundMe has now raised nearly $30,000 in less than 24 hours. Retardio Casino says, bro needs to chill. I got money on the line. Then after the storm, Drama Alert tweets out, Lieutenant Dan confirmed alive and survived, and attaches this clip.
How's the ride? Yeah, it's going out into the water. It's going out, being pulled out.
Yeah. See? Right there.
How are you doing? No problems?
Oh, here's my anchor.
Was it as bad as you thought?
Huh?
Was it as bad as you thought?
No. Is the water coming back in or still going out?
It's going out.
All right, I got
All right, you hang in there.
All right, you guys be safe. Talk to you tomorrow.
You too.
Squid Ron replies, Dan made it out. Ixweb says, they should give the key to the city to this man. CZ says, he must have filmed everything. Cameraman never dies. Ricky says, he's him, and attaches this gif of a Florida man. Keek says, how did he live? This is fake. And Trend responds, because as usual, meteorologists were wrong and over-exaggerated the storm. And now Adin Ross gets involved when Drama Alert tweets out, Adin Ross is gifting Florida man Lieutenant Dan a new boat and a kick deal, and attaches this clip.
We were able to come up. I'm going to be able to pay for a boat for you. We're going to get you a nice boat in the range of $50,000 to $100,000. And we're going to get you a full-time kick deal, which is a live streaming deal where you can stream your entire voyages and all your adventures. And you could have a passive income come in. And you're going to be, you're going to have a kick deal, man, a live streaming deal. So you could live stream and connect with fans all over the world, and they could really see your adventure, man.
Wow. Thank you.
It's gonna be insane.
I mean that from, I don't know what else to say other than thank you. And bless you all.
Ghosty says, Dan literally just hit jackpot of a lifetime. Kick live streams also tweets out that Lieutenant Dan survived, and he's been offered a $2 million kick deal and a $100,000 boat. Seth responds, while the rest of us are over here actually grinding away doing things. I'm low-key actually mad about this. Scorpion says, this just proves everyone's point. It's not about how much you grind to get recognition on Kick. Hawk Tua Girl is the other recent gifted partnership. Sage Loud says, that $2 million could go to aid those affected by the hurricane, but sure. Myron Gaines responds, so you guys will offer a homeless criminal that can't even spell the word stream a multi-million-dollar deal before Sneeko? You guys are fucking retarded. This is why Rumble Video is superior. And Gentile News Network responds, he's been arrested over 9 times and one was for trying trying to set a woman on fire, and attaches a tweet they made where they said, Lieutenant Dan is a career criminal arrested over 9 times. His real name is Joseph Malinowski, a common Ashkenazi Jewish/Polish surname. Morgan responds, and now he's getting a 100K deal. I cannot deal. Homeboynicus says, I mean, he lives under a bridge. Let it be. Gentile News Network says, he won't be there for long. Bro is about to get a $100,000 boat from Adin Ross and a kick streaming career setup. M-World says, who cares? The dude had one leg since 16. I would be disgruntled too. You folks are some crybabies. Ergonomic says, for fuck's sake, we're labeling the homeless now? Gentile News Network says, the guy just got a 100K boat deal from Adin Ross and a kick streaming career promoted by the largest streamer on the platform. Dimitri quote tweets Gentile and says, bro race swaps every time he gets arrested. Kodo quote tweets Gentile and says, dude looks like a skin graph. Howling Mutant says, every time you look into the background of someone powerful, they turn out to be Jewish. For example, this one-legged drug addict who lives in a sailboat. Every single time. Rob responds, he couldn't get off that boat because that's where he was hiding the hurricane machine. Control Crusader says, steps to world dominance. Control the media. Control politicians. Control crippled drug addicts who live in sailboats. Clip tweets out, Kick offered a Lieutenant Dan a $2 million deal and a $100,000 boat after surviving Hurricane Milton. This is someone who was allegedly found guilty of aggravated kidnapping, predatory criminal SA, and CP for the 2004 kidnapping and R of a 10-year-old. And Community Notes immediately responds to this and says, the person convicted for R-ing a 10-year-old girl is named John Malinowski. Lieutenant Dan's name, as shown in the mugshots, is Joseph Malinowski. They are not the same person, and John was convicted to 120 years in prison. Centric responds, this is false and needs to be community noted. That is a different person with Dan's mugshot photoshopped onto it. Dan was found guilty of other crimes though, so you should at least take the time to find the right information. Bad info nullifies good arguments. Dorner says, this is actually disgusting. And do they wonder why they say Kick is the site that protects these kinds of people? And Clip responds, if only Kick rewarded streamers that grind on their platform like this. Gideon quote tweets Clip and says, why keep this up when it's been proven false? You a hoe for real. ASIC quote tweets Clip and says, I'm crying. Adin Ross just offered a Kick deal to Hitler. Then Macadocious813 posts in the R Tampa subreddit and titles it, interesting info being revealed about Tampa's Lieutenant Dan. Grifter's gonna grift. And attaches a tweet that says, Lieutenant Dan is a digital creator who started a GoFundMe 3 weeks ago. He has 4 names and was arrested for battering Leo/EMT with a violin. He's already up to 20K and has accepted the mayor's offer for shelter. I hate grifters. And attaches this clip from TikTok.
First off, this man has a GoFundMe with over $20,000 in it. He's not homeless. Period. He lives on a boat. Except for the short year that he spent in prison for beating a EMT with a violin. His GoFundMe is under a different name than the one that he's using in the Daily Press and the one that he was arrested in. So it's really hard to tell who exactly he is. But what I have found is that his Facebook page lists himself as a digital creator. That's right, a digital creator. He lives in Palm Beach. Knowing that there was going to be a storm, he anchored himself to the worst place in all of Tampa. The worst place. From where he anchored, there are 4 marinas. The Hillsborough River, a short jaunt, like literally not even 700 feet from where he's anchored, would have been a safer location to put his boat. He was offered hotels. He was offered homes. He has clearly made $20,000 in a GoFundMe. All of this for internet clout. Meantime, there are people who are homeless in Tampa and St. Pete, Clearwater area. There are people who are infirm, who are gravely ill, who have no cars, who cannot leave, who do not have options, and those people have my sympathies. Those are the people that deserve our sympathy. Not people who have decided that they want to chase clout on the internet. Not people who have $20,000 in a GoFundMe that they started 3 weeks ago. Not people who came to Tampa to make a point. Not people who chase internet fame.
Versa Enthusiast responds to this post by saying, I had never heard anything about this guy until yesterday when I heard the mayor, I think, say that they had picked the guy up, so I googled him. The GoFundMe was created by some TikToker and his buddy. It literally says in the description of the GoFundMe, my friend Will and I are managing this page together. Why Terrence, the TikToker, set the beneficiary as his friend Will, I don't know. The Facebook page listing him as a digital creator being some gotcha is also incredibly stupid, seeing as he could have just changed it to that at any any time. He has also got an Instagram link to his Facebook, where there's a post from 180 weeks ago showing him living on a boat. Claiming he is not homeless because he lives on a boat is also kind of funny. That thing ain't exactly huge. Painting him as some calculated grifter is stupid. I'm in no way saying he is some saint, and he seems slightly mentally unwell, but I've never met him, so who knows. Calvetch responds to Versa Enthusiast and says, I'm generally in agreement with this. To be honest, Terrence, and now every other creator, is milking this guy to grow their followers. Terrence has gone from 60k to 600k followers since Helene doing 90% content on this guy. This is purely engagement farming. I've now seen like 5+ other TikTokers going down to that boat this week just to get videos of him for likely the same exact reason. I think the grift are these handlers. I saw the first TV interview with this guy before Helene. He wasn't asking for anything. The fund and everything since has been driven by these TikTok guys. Scumbags. Febreze It Away responds, dude is missing a leg and his disability was denied. Living in a sailboat so he doesn't get arrested under new vagrancy laws. TikTok Karen isn't happy he might get money. And Tropical Jesus says, yeah, honestly, fuck this TikTok Karen. She's saying that he came here from Palm Beach just for the storm. I literally bike commute to work downtown along Bayshore 5 days a week. Ride right by him. The dude has been out on a sailboat in the channel for at least 2 months. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a day where the wind was particularly bad and his anchor came loose. He ended up drifting into the Davis Island Bridge, and me and another guy on the bridge grabbed one of his lines and helped pull him off the bridge. Does he have mental health issues? Oh, almost assuredly. Doesn't mean there's some grift going on. Then this, plus the stuff with his criminal record, caused murmurs around the internet that Adin Ross was removing his Kick deal. When Fearbuck tweets out, Lieutenant Dan is upset after being told that Adin Ross and Kick are no longer giving him his boat and a Kick deal, after they found out about his history, which includes assaulting a woman and a police officer, and attaches this clip.
Feel about Adin Ross telling you he not getting you a boat no more?
He came to me. I never went to him. He offered it to me. I never asked for it. So then he turned around and he starts saying about my history. Well, you should have did that before you made the offer. You know, if you're worried about your image and who you have working for you, you should have done your due diligence and looked me up before you made me an offer of $100,000 sign-on bonus and $50,000 a month with a $100,000 boat. And I'm going to let you go because I don't care about that. But I'm going to tell you this.
He took the money away too?
Huh?
He took the 100K?
Took that, as far as I know, everything.
Oh, wow.
You know, and that's the thing. I mean, I didn't ask you for it. You offered it. I agreed to do what you asked me to do. You asked me to be on Kick 100 hours a month. I agreed. I said, no problem. I'll do it. I'm down for that. We agreed, and then all of a sudden, the next thing I see her and see on the internet is how you're disgusted with my history and that deal is done.
So what about your history that disgusts him so bad? Because we all got a history. Nobody closet clean.
I went to prison. I did jail time. But I had to tell you point blank, God to my soul, I'm innocent of all the charges. I was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. He said I punched him in the nose. I never even saw the cop. He beat the hell out of me from behind. And then I went to prison for a year and a day on a battery on a Leo charge. And I never even saw him. But the thing is this is where karma and God are real. Because the bartender who started it all, the manager, and the arresting officer were all the witnesses. While I went to prison for 5.5 months, the 44-year-old bartender had a massive heart attack in his sleep and died.
Oh, my God.
The cop, who was a street cop that used to wear the sheriff thing across his chest and had the gun and the boots and the military, he's now behind a desk at the substation in Lake Worth. So that when you walk in, he's like, how can I help you? You know, tell me that ain't a demotion.
Right.
You know, and on top of that, he looks like he's got cancer.
Oh, my God.
And that ain't my fault. I didn't do nothing to you.
Right.
You know what? Karma bit you on the ass because you got on the stand and said, I punched you in the nose when you know damn well I didn't do it. I never even saw you.
That's crazy.
Mr. Joe makes me feel old. You can just call me Jay.
Jay. So do you like that they call you Lieutenant Dan?
I don't care. I mean, I gotta rephrase that. Let me reword that. I do, but I don't. I do because it's what got me blown up the way I am.
Yeah.
But I'm not Dan. I'm not Lieutenant Dan. I'm not a lieutenant. I've never been in the military. Never claimed to be. And I don't want people to think that I don't want them to associate me being in the military because of this.
Yeah.
You know, they think I'm a vet and things like that. And I'm not a vet. I never claimed to be.
Are you happy about your GoFund hitting 30-something thousand though?
I'm free.
You supposed to be living your best life in Dubai. Or you are?
I'll be there. This is only the beginning.
This is just the beginning. I know that's right.
4KT responds, your past will always catch up to you when you're famous. I'm not even mad at Adin for not paying, bro, like he literally assaulted a woman. At least he got 2 minutes of fame. Zabe says, guess Lieutenant Dan's past caught up with him. No boat for you, just the waves of justice. Danny replies, Adin scamming everybody like, and attaches this image of Adin. The Texas one responds, good. Lieutenant Dan is no one's hero. Never break kayfabe, quote tweets Fearbuck and says, that's how people turn into serial killers. Adin Ross then tweets out, bro, what did I do wrong? I also never said I was taking any deals away. Twitter yet again lied on my name. I only reacted to his past charges. I never said I wasn't gonna not follow through. I'm in a weird position now. What are your guys' thoughts? And he also tweets out, I said this right after the clip where I reacted to Lieutenant Dan. I never said I was taking the offer/deal/boat away. The internet loves to make me look bad.
I don't care. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, first of all. Second of all, I'm allegedly alleged for a lot of shit, bro. Like, look at me, bro. Like, people think I'm the worst human being of all time. People want to kill me, bro. All these want to kill me and shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, until, like, I see some facts and shit and proof, it don't mean shit to me, bro. Like, I don't care.
Talking Lizard responds, the internet loves to make me look bad, and attaches all the arrest pictures of Lieutenant Dan. Scuba Ryan then tweets out, Adin Ross goes off on the internet for lying on his name for canceling Lieutenant Dan's kick deal and $100,000 boat by providing proof that he has not gone back on his word, and confirms he is still getting him both.
Everything. I actually messaged Terrence, I'm gonna show you guys the text, at 4 a.m. last night after I ended stream. Look what I said. Look what I said. Hey, bro, did he see a boat he likes? Look. Hey, bro, did he see a boat he likes? That's after I ended stream last night. So Dan is getting his boat and he's getting everything. So then you got people coming up to him in person saying, Adin Ross, cancel your shit. What do you feel about it? Leave that man alone. I'm working myself out with him. We are going to make sure he gets the boat and the money and everything. And all you people that are saying don't pay him, everyone's got a fucking past. And I don't want people to say, because I already thought about what I'm going to say about this. People say, oh, now you're just paying it because of the backlash. I DM'd this guy at 4 in the morning before the backlash surfaced the internet.
Yoxic says, he is cooking you, buddy. Then Drama Alerts tweets out, Adin Ross calls Lieutenant Dan to tell him he will still be getting the deal and the $100,000 boat, and attaches this clip.
3, 2. Yo!
Yo.
Dan!
What's up?
You let the internet get a hold of you, man. I never ever said any of that stuff. It's all fake news.
Okay. That's all right. Good with me. I'm good with you. That's fine. I didn't care.
I know you didn't care. I saw your reaction, but it broke my heart a little bit because it's so easy to manipulate the internet into thinking of a clip. I pulled up a clip.
About it.
Yeah. I pull up a clip, right? I pull up a clip, and I'm like, what? Right after that, I said, I don't care about any of that. I said we all have a past, for one. For two, you open up to me about your past drug addiction and stuff, bro. I would never do that. I would never, ever take back what I offered you, bro. We had a good conversation. I even texted your boy Tanner at 4:30 in the morning after the stream ended. I said, well, let's have a boat. Does he want? Did he pick out his boat?
A car responds, it took less than a week for this guy to become world famous, get a $100,000 boat, and a kick deal. This is what being brave can get you. And Andius replies, took less than 48 hours for the guy to become world famous, get canceled, and get uncanceled again. Imsib responds, crime pays apparently. Good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. That's the way it is. HHB says, only doing it to save face. He's a liar. Says, Adin Ross is such a W. And Zach responds, dude's been arrested 18 times, come on now. Again, after the storm, CBS News does an interview with Lieutenant Dan. The viral Florida man known as Lieutenant Dan is safe after riding out Hurricane Milton on his sailboat in Tampa Bay, telling CBS News that the Category 3 storm was pretty mellow, despite smashing his boat up against the wall. I'm not scared of anything, he said, adding that if another hurricane comes, I'd remain in my boat no matter what. And they attached this clip.
It was pretty mellow. The wind picked up for a little bit and bounced me around. At one point last night, I was getting bashed up against this wall. So I went out and I cut my anchor line to get away from it. So I have a $250 anchor sitting down there that I got to go in and get.
Dan, you weren't afraid at all last night?
No, I'm not scared of anything. What I've been through, this weather is nothing, and I put my faith in God. God told me to come here. God told me 5 years ago, I was in Colorado, he put on my heart, Tampa, Florida, and get a boat. I woke up one morning with that on my heart, and that's all I could think about. But what happened last night was nothing compared to Helena.
So you think if another storm rolls through Tampa, you're going to remain on your boat?
Yeah, I'd remain on the boat no matter what.
Thriller responds, God save Lieutenant Dan. I'm very happy you survived. Marianne says, faith over fear. Hefziba says, I'm so encouraged by this man's faith. Peachy Keen says, first thing I did this morning was check if he was okay. Elle the designer says, all I want is someone who loves me as much as Lieutenant Dan loves his boat. His faith is awesome to see. Raymar Drone says, why did I think this was going to be a week-long event? And that's what the internet's had to say so far. See you next episode.